Hey guys, thanks for coming back to On The Go Crypto. We're going to talk about some bull run expectations for Kaspa. We're going to talk about what it's done, what it's going to do from here, what we can expect. And we're going to talk about this line first, right here. I just want to jump right in. And everyone seems to forget that the smoke show that is this price action is all barely a year old, right? Barely a year old. Everything from November 1st of 23, okay, which was just over, we're talking 13 months, 14 months of bullish price action. They act like this is a, 3-cycle chart. There's a lot of people that are scared. There's a lot of people that are afraid of days that look like this on the Kaspa chart. There's a lot of people that are not stoic, right? And that's normal, and we're used to that. But there are tons of people that are, they parade themselves as experienced. They parade themselves as authorities in the space. And unfortunately, they are fearful, and they disguise that fear with alarming actions, right? They liquidate their bags. They move from thing to thing. Not that we shame anyone that takes profits on Kaspa. Anyone that takes profits on Kaspa should be taking profits on Kaspa, right? That's why they bought it, to sell it. That's why I bought it. I'm just not selling it because I know this is going much higher. I'm going to show you what I mean by that in just a second. I just wanted to highlight this tweet that was from here at the first of the year. I would like Kaspa to be more of a long-term contender for the open financial system, which Ethereum lives in, while keeping faithful to the fundamentals of a Satoshi system. In a sense, Kaspa, aims to implement a vision which, once upon a time, was Bitcoin's vision. Jonathan Sompolinsky. Some of you may have seen that already. Some of you may not have seen that already. It's very important to understand the gravity of what you're holding, okay? I am not comparing Kaspa and Ethereum side by side, apples to apples. I understand it's apples and oranges, and I understand the applications of both of them. I understand the tech behind both of them fully. What I'm saying is the gravity of the asset itself, the gravity of the investment. When Ethereum first hit the scene in 2015, a lot of people forget what that price action was like. And these are people that were around in the space. I was not in the space in 2015, but thank you, historical chart action, we can go back and look and see what happened. When it hit the scene, it went immediately down, right? It came out in the upper $2 range and immediately sub $1 for a few months. Ethereum is a scam. I've been through socials histories on this. Ethereum is a scam. Ethereum is a scam. All the boards, Ethereum is a scam. Well, once it actually crossed into 2016, right here, you can see in January, it crosses in January 2016, it holds above $1, okay? And that's where it didn't go back below $1. But still, even though it went above $1 and sometimes 10 over the course of that year, it was referred to as a scam because it hadn't rolled out its $1 million baby yet. The smart contracts ecosystem wasn't finished being developed. And that progressive period, okay, is what Kaspa is going through in its own right, in its own way. It has this kind of a future ahead of it. It's just not here yet. And people still call Kaspa a scam. The crescendo hard fork is probably the biggest question I get right now. Why aren't T1 centralized exchanges listing Kaspa? Are they going to? When are they going to? What are they waiting for? This crescendo hard fork is the 10 blocks per second upgrade that Kaspa is currently going through right now. It's not being developed. It's in testnet right now. So this is almost completed status. When this is done, this is what I believe T1 centralized exchanges are waiting for. Why would you launch a listing so big like Kaspa right before its major completed hard fork that it's been planning forever? It's about to be done, and that's when I think that price action is going to happen. Do I think that it's going to turn into this overnight? No, I don't. I'm realistic. I understand. But our first version of this bull run is happening. You got to remember, Kaspa was born in the bear market way back here in 2022. A lot of us have been in it since this time in September of 2022. This is when myself and several of my friends in crypto got into Kaspa, and several of us have not sold a single coin because we know what we hold. We know where this right here is simply the first little bump up in the chart. We will have our version of this bull run, which was Ethereum's 2017 and 18 run. Then in the next cycle, we'll have in 29 our version of this, okay? And then so on. Whatever Ethereum lands today, we'll have that 3.5 to 4 years later. That's the way the cyclical market goes. We know that action is coming for Kaspa. A lot of people like to compare Kaspa with Cardano, and I understand why. I understand the lack of smart contracts gives people that that easy equation, if you will, mentally. But I'd like you to take a second and just think. People are saying, well, Kaspa's topped out. It's not going to make it above 50 cents. Obviously, we know this is ridiculous. Anyone that thinks Kaspa's not going to go above 50 cents, I'm sorry, but you're thinking about this from the wrong point of view. I'm not going to call you stupid. I'm not going to call you a newbie. I'm just thinking maybe you need to get in touch with some people that know stuff about crypto, right? Like I always tell you guys, it doesn't have to be our private group, but you need to be in somebody's group if you think things like that. This is more safe, equivalent, put your mind at ease scenario for me. AVAX right now is underperforming. We all know this is the case. This is not me fudding AVAX. I hold a metric ton of AVAX. It just hasn't done anything yet. So it's bumped its way down the list. We see AVAX sitting at $17 billion market cap plus. This current market cap is nothing compared to where AVAX was at the peak of the last cycle, $30 billion plus. People were actually utilizing AVAX at the time. They were using it. It was a hot chain. Our vice president, JD Vance, holds a big position in AVAX currently. Like, this is something that has a lot of potential, and it was extremely active in the last cycle. Solana has stolen the thunder for sure. But right now, even just at the current dead market cap that AVAX is at, which is absolutely a dead market cap, right? It's popped its way out of the top 10. It's only moving down. Sui's going to lap it like it's sitting still very soon in this bull run. It's just a matter of time, right? So 68 cent Kaspa at the current market cap of AVAX. And AVAX has essentially been a dead duck this cycle. I'm not saying it's not going to wake up. Maybe that off the grid game will actually bring it some life when it's blockchain integrated. Who knows? We'll see. But for now, this just gives you an idea of how close we are to being not only above 50 cents, well above 50 cents, and on our way to $1. AVAX is all-time high. Smart contracts are crucial. The expectations of Kaspa meeting, a very similar hype bull run as Ethereum did in its first real show, right, in 2018, 2017. This kind of a scenario does depend on whether or not we get smart contracts and T1 listings. It is what is going to drive the volume in the ecosystem up. But when it does, AVAX's all-time high market cap of $30 billion is nothing compared to where we're going to see Kaspa. And that one already puts us above a $1 Kaspa. You see here at $1.18, an easy 9.5x from here. People that think that this isn't even possible are either fudding, denial, or they really don't even understand how the space really works. Sort out who you get your information from accordingly, right? You definitely want to be listening to the right sources. That hard fork is what the T1s are definitely waiting on. Kaspa is not a scam. That's not what T1s are afraid of. This is not a meme coin we're talking about. This is the real deal, guys. This is our version of an Ethereum birth. We are going through this stage, right? First initial pump, wake up, first real run. And that's what Kaspa is going to have. Obviously, the prices are different relative to the actual crypto itself. You guys know what I mean. Let me know what you think. If you're getting bored and you're getting, stagnant when the Kaspa price, does weeks like this where it's just down for half of it, up for half of it, or months like this where we're mostly down, right? We're down almost 30% on the month. I get it. I understand. I used to get very impatient with these things as well. It's not easy to be stoic. We have a private group, guys. Go trade other things. If you get bored, there's things like this, for God's sake. Butthole token. I am ashamed that that's even a narrative, right? Jesus. But this thing, we got in right here at ridiculous 600K market cap level on this thing. And you see it busted 100 million market cap today. It's just amazing. This thing keeps putting in new all-time highs, and it's a narrative that is just ridiculous, right? These things are not new. We did this in the private group. Come do it with us. If you get bored, you know where to find us in the private group, guys. If you're not a part of someone's group, you need to be in someone's group. It doesn't need to be our group, but if you don't know what you're doing out here, you need to join someone's group. Obviously, we'd love to have you, but if you just keep it here on the channel, you guys know that I appreciate your time and attention regardless. I appreciate the Kaspa community. the DeFi community. If you guys just don't do anything else today, just remember above all else to stay calm and make that money. Thanks again, guys.